Oh, all right. Intuitive Surgical stock, right? It's an interesting one, no doubt. This company just reported earnings not too long ago, after hours here today. We're going to take a look at it. It's not up that much after hours, only 0.3% up after hours. It's fluctuating a decent bit, as you can tell. That might change as the time goes, even just through this video, but we'll see. Let's take a look at what this is, because I know a lot of people are interested in this stock, and we'll take a look at this stock, see if it's worth peeping out. So Intuitive Surgical beat by 15 cents on a non-GAAP perspective, $2.69 of non-GAAP EPS, $2.62 of GAAP EPS beats by 53 cents. Wowee! Revenues of 1.1 billion, up 13% year over year, beats by 90 million. Now, let's just say it right now. All right. First off, you see revenue's it's not a massive revenue. That's very good revenue growth. Have you seen this GAAP EPS? $2.62. This is a company. When you see revenue it's not massive revenue. Obviously, $1 billion is more than I'll see in 10 lifetimes, but regardless, $2.62 GAAP EPS is massive. This company's doing something well. Management's running this company quite well. That's all I can tell you. One thing, too, and you might see it with share price, too, is shares outstanding on this company, definitely not a massive number either. So that helps this EPS number quite a bit. But let's look at what that net income actually means. We'll see that in just a wee bit. So Intuitive Surgical revenue is up 13% year over year. Instrument and accessories up 11.8. Systems up 14.5. And services up 14.3. Son of a gun, that's just good. Net income of, here's what we wanted to see, $313 million. So you're telling me that this company brought home 30% of its freaking revenue? 30% of its revenue was net income? What? In my perspective, let's just be honest. That's printing money. And I know I usually say that with companies that have massive net income, but that's printing money, all things considered. Bringing home 30% of your revenue and take home profits, holy crap, that's after all expenses too. Son of a gun. And then not really a difference between the non-GAAP net income. So the way they judge their non-GAAP is clearly similar to what the GAAP does. So that's what I respect about companies that do that, instead of the companies that they kind of fudge the numbers a little bit and they get away with what they can to make them look better. But that's massive right there. That's good stuff. Up year over year. Whew, I love to see that. EPS up year over year. Whew, Da Vinci procedures were up 10%. System shipments up 1%, and headwinds from the pandemic emerged in mid-March, so full effects will be realized in quarter 2 and beyond. No guidance was provided because of disruptions from this pandemic. So again, they're expecting, pretty much that's a warning, that quarter 2 might be rough, and that's why this stock isn't booming after this, because results like that, I could see the stock booming, but not if there's negative, sentiment as far as that's concerned with guidance. Questionable stuff. Guidance, it's big right now. So some of the highlights, obviously, worldwide Da Vinci procedures grew 10%, driven by growth in U.S. general surgery procedures and worldwide urological procedures. The company shipped 237 Da Vinci systems, increased 1%. In the same quarter last year, the company grew Da Vinci surgical systems install base to 5,669 systems as of March 31st, an increase of 11% compared to the 5,114 at the end of the first quarter last year. First quarter revenues of 1.1 billion compared to 970 million of last quarter. Massive growth. Obviously, you saw that first quarter GAAP income. In February 2020, the company acquired Orpheus Medical Ltd. and its wholly owned subsidiary Orpheus Medical to deepen and expand its integrated informatrix platform. Orpheus Medical provides hospitals with information technology connectivity, as well as expertise in processing and archiving surgical videos. Interesting stuff. Company's got a lot of cool stuff going on, right? I think some may say, if you're looking at this, the company could be seen as slightly one-sided. Not like a lot of diversity going on with this company's revenue breakdown. It's not massive. They're kind of focused on their one thing they have going for them. But, I mean, nothing's too crazy. I mean, I think they're doing a great job. It's all about this Da Vinci system. So you see for the first two halves, 2.5 months, the first quarter of 2020, procedure performance was trending at our higher end of expectations. However, they noted that a significant decline in procedure volume and postponements of system replacements in the latter half of March in the U.S. and Western Europe. Obviously postponed because of stay-at-home orders, stuff like that. One thing I think is good is that we could see this really taking care of itself by the end of their second quarter, potentially. I mean, it's tough to say. Their quarter ended in March, end of March. So we're talking by July, April. Really, they have until June. It's possible. It's possible the second quarter's not devastated, but it's probably going to get hit pretty hard. But things should be perfectly back to normal by July, though. And you'll probably see an uptick in business, obviously, as people make up for those postponements. So, obviously, you need to know you're about. Intuitive Surgical, headquartered in Sunnyvale, California, is a global technology leader in minimally invasive care and pioneer in robotic-assisted surgery. We believe minimally invasive care is a life-enhancing care. It's life-enhancing care, right? Through ingenuity and intelligent technology, we expanded the potential of physicians to heal without constraints. It brings more than two decades of leadership in robotic-assisted surgical technology and solutions to its offerings. Da Vinci and Ion trademarks are registered trademarks of, that's right, them. So the question is, I think we all want to know what the heck this Da Vinci system is, and I think you want to find out. So we'll take a look. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, focused on what matters. This is what I'm talking about. The Da Vinci system enables surgeons to operate through one incision, designed to complement the Da Vinci X and Da Vinci Xi systems. The Da Vinci SP provides surgeons with familiar user experience for a single port access. So this is just a massive thing for hospitals all around, obviously, because it really just depends on the surgery. But the way we're going in the future, obviously, is obviously we're going to a time in which we have, that's right, no really invasive surgeries. We're trying to go to very minimally invasive surgeries. So this company is continuously improving. So from your systems here to your instruments that go on it, everything going on here. They've got so much going on in these systems, which contain these instruments, stapling, energy, and vision. Just really all focused on getting a more intuitive surgery, if you might say. But really, all things considered, they're focused on invasive or non-invasive surgery. That's the goal, and it's really interesting. I'm not someone who's actually partaken in many surgeries, so I haven't seen one of these machines in action, but it's pretty awesome, all things considered. I think they got a big thing going for them. Let's finally just take a look at the balance sheet and see what we can do with this company, if it's worth picking up maybe. Cash and cash equivalents, so they have a little bit more than they did last quarter. So really they've got $5.9 billion versus $5.85 billion the quarter before. So not that much. Again, it's massive money, the likes of which I'll be happy to see in my lifetime. Well, I mean, well, 50,000. Come on now, 50,000. I'll see $50,000. Come on now, right? Will I? That's 50 million. Oh no. No, I'm just kidding. It's 50,000. I'll see 50,000. I have $50,000 right now. We're fine. Accounts receivable did go down though. You saw inventory rise for this company. Goodwill rose. So nothing major. Other assets you see a rise in that as well. So total assets right now of 9.89 million. And for accounts payable, only 994 million. Just kidding. That's 994,000. That's not bad at all. So for total liabilities of only 1.3 million. 1.3 billion, I mean. 1.3 billion. Not bad. When they have so much cash on hand, that's obviously good numbers here. Good numbers here. They've done a good job there. So yeah, Intuitive Surgical is a good company in my opinion. I like what they're doing. Valuation's a little rich on the company. And I think you can see that if you just look at this stock, right? Year to date, actually down around 15%, so they're matching around the market right now. But if we look 5 years out, this is a company that has, gone up 183%, which all things considered isn't crazy. If you look for the lifetime of this company, since 2013 here, bad boy's up 300%. Since 2016, that's right, 2016 we saw this thing's up over 130% since then. It's massive. This company's doing great things. I don't think it's an awful buy. I think valuation's a little bit rough, and you might see a bad quarter next quarter. So stock may go down, and I think there will be a short-term decline. Look at this. Stock's up now 2.5% in the making of this video. So my guess is the conference call is happening right now. They must have said something pretty darn good on there, I would assume. So hope you enjoyed.